Welcome to Morning Musume Monday. My name is Jake.
And my name is Jeremy.
And today we will be reviewing
the big giant title.
Sunku's super hip relevant post Reina double A extravaganza.
So I'm going to begin today's video on a different track, because I want to talk about the members first. We have Sakura, who is really blossoming into herself and her character, and I really feel like she has finally reached who she is in the group, and she's kind of like got this step aside girls attitude, and she doesn't seem awkward on camera. She's really presenting her vocals without force, and she just sounds lovely in everything that she does. Kudo is having so much face presence, but I am so disappointed to not hear anything from her, because her energy and her smile is there, and she's in the front of the dance rocking it out and doesn't get anything. Misaki, who is super impressing me, but there are times where I really feel like she sounds just like Riho. She just has a slight better vocal control and a much better pitch performance than Riho does, but there are times when they sound identical. Yumi is looking so pretty lately. It is amazing to see how she has developed over the last year and how she's really presented herself to the camera. Again, she, like Sakura, does not look so forced and awkward on camera anymore. She looks like she's enjoying herself and she's having fun, and she just rocked out the entire time. Haruna really disappeared for me, much like Kudo did, where it just seemed like she wasn't even there. They seemed like they were really pushing her and they wanted her to be maybe a face for the 10th generation, but then all of a sudden they backpedaled real fast. It's nice to finally see Canon smiling. It's just nice to see her having energy and enjoying what she's doing again, and I like that she's going more with the energy and the smiles than trying to do the sexy thing, because I think the energy and the smiles works better for her as a person. Riho is definitely trying, and I can see that, and she's doing a lot better for herself now, and she's really trying to control how she sings. However, she still is not there, and throughout both of these music videos I really feel like she lost whatever spark that she had before, that it almost doesn't seem like she's really invested in the group anymore, and she almost just seemed like a scared little nervous girl in both of these videos. And while she was trying to have energy, it just seemed so forced to me that it almost was like she stood out as someone who's never been in the group before. Eripon is doing amazing. I love her to bits and pieces. I like that she's getting a lot of face time. I like that she's getting a lot of duet time. But there were times in this music video where she made some really strange faces, and there are already a couple gifs on Tumblr of her staring down people, and I don't know if she was intending to make those faces. Mizuki is so good now that she has gotten time to really develop her voice and has gotten to be in the front and center of the music, and I love that she's right up there with Sayumi singing her heart away, and I think she deserves this spot so much. And next we just need to get Canon up there right next to her, and the trifecta of Morning Musume will be complete with Oda, Mizuki, and Canon leading the group. That's just my impossible dream for this group. Finally, we have Sayumi, who's looking gorgeous in both of these videos. I just feel like she looked so done the entire time, and I am really expecting her to leave very soon. Considering that both of these songs are very Sayu-centric, I feel like these are going to end up being graduation singles for her, because they mimic the last two singles that we got with Brainstorming and Kimisa. They sound very similar to both of those in very many ways, including the dance, the lyrics, and the vocals, and the instruments. Everything about it just seemed very similar, and so it wouldn't surprise me if they were linking these two together and making another double A side. It's a commemoration for Sayumi. Next, I just need a remake of La 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 No PPP, and I know that this is Sayumi's graduation. When the B-sides are announced and La 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 No PPP, the remix version is on there, then everything will be completed. Or if there's a Sayumi solo, then we all know what's gonna happen next. So let's start with Wagamama, Kino Mama, that one.
For the MV, we are put in a big empty theater.
Why is the theater totally empty? I'm guessing that the 2,000 people on the dance floor finally got tired and went home.
The girls are dressed in 60s mod, go-go dancer black and white striped outfits with matching go-go boots, which do not match, and I thought it was cool. And we are given this sort of darker, very processed electronic song with just an undertone of caddish violence to it, which is accentuated as well by the dance.
The vocals to the single were really awesome. They were super over-processed, which I almost appreciated because I like when Morning Musume songs are super processed with the current generation, because most of them are not the greatest singers that have ever blessed the group. They are all very good singers, but in the range that Tsunku wants them to sing in, I think that it's appropriate that they are severely auto-tuned every once in a while, and it helps everybody stay on the same platform so no one really stands out way above everyone else that can help me, and no one sounds really bad like Riho usually does when songs are super over-processed and you can tell that everyone else is singing well and they don't really need the auto-tune, but she really needs it to sound better.
The lyrics of this song, as were translated to us, have a very, you know, I cry but I don't show it, I'm a tough girl, don't you start with me because you're gonna regret it, you know, don't think you can get away with playing games with me because I won't stand for it. Very, very aggressive lyrics once you get past, you know, some of the Tsunku tropes. It just had this kind of like, this undertone of I will hurt you, so don't mess with me. I think the theater setting accentuated that in the sense that it's all theatrics, it's all fake. It's a stage play. I'm acting like I'm a cute, sweet girl, but I will beat you down if I need to. All this was further accentuated by the dance. The dance was very frenetic, very kinetic, and a little frenzied, which I guess that's frenetic, but we'll go with it. And one of the most interesting parts of the dance was a whap, whap, a slap between the two girls before they would start their duet in the middle. They would kind of slap each other, boom, boom, and then they'd do their duet. And it was very interesting to me because of the cattiness and the almost catfight sound of the lyrics, that it was kind of echoed in this very violent, like two gangs of girls fighting with each other kind of dance.
The tune, however, was a little bit forgettable for me. Really, the only thing that this song had going for it was the aisaretais that were screamed. And I think overall this song just really didn't have a lot of musicality to it, and it didn't ring in my head after I listened to it. I pretty much forgot the entire thing after I listened to it, in comparison with Aino Gundan, which I was humming immediately after I heard the song.
While it's not as catchy as the second A-side, which I still have stuck in my head, it makes me want to listen to it more, which is good.
So let's talk about Aino Gundan. Aino Gundan is clearly the winner of this double A-side combo. We had another honest to goodness set. We had what a lot of people are saying is a giant chessboard. We had bunches of trees that were lined around with flowers, and it was pretty. We had a bubble effect, because why not? And then they added that really unnecessary glitter effect that they did to 1, 2, 3, and I feel like it didn't need it.
The lyrics for Aino Gundan are essentially talking about an army of love. You know, when I was new to the city, I didn't know what to do, but I realized I have a mission, an army of love. Ta-da! Very, very Tsunku in a very cheesy way, but it's very fun as well. And this song was just fun and very, very catchy. A little repetitive, but it worked for it, and it was a it felt like a much more passive A-side than the first one, which was why I can kind of, usually I hate double A-sides. I think it's tedious, but these ones I thought coupled well together. Since the first one was very dark, very gritty, the second one was a little more lighthearted and a little more passive. And so I feel like they kind of complemented each other in a weird way, that even though they were two different sides of the spectrum tonally, they had very similar sounds musically, and it helped.
We had almost an army costume, and I read this really interesting theory on Tumblr, and I don't want to steal it like it was my own, that the person that was reviewing this song said that they thought that the symbolism of the red and the black is that red stands for love and passion, which was very present in this song, and black stands for the obstacles that you have to overcome. So basically this whole video was a contrast of love and the obstacles that face love, and because this song is the army of love, it's talking about fighting for love and fighting to get past those obstacles. I know I probably butchered that person's theory, but I'm only going off the top of my head.
I think vocally the girls did really, really well. I have a special shout out for Mizuki and Sakura for their high notes, which were bomb, especially Mizuki. I was not expecting that out of her. I always expect Sakura to hit the high notes like bam. But Mizuki really impressed me with her vocals in this A-side. Unfortunately, I felt that Riho wasn't quite up to snuff compared to the other two. She tried very hard, and I will give her that, but it's one of those situations where the note takes the singer doesn't take the note, and she wasn't quite as up to snuff. I also have to give a special shout out to Sayumi for her Sase bridge, and she was just all over that. Get it.
Again, this song was so much catchier to me than Wagamama. For some reason, this one just really got stuck in my head. I appreciated the vocals. I really liked that everybody really got a chance to shine, with the exception of Haruna and Haruka. I feel like that they could have gotten one or two very small lines. I liked especially that Kanon got some duet lines. That was amazing to me. Again, we see this triangle of girls where we have Mizuki, Sayumi, Ayumi, Oda, Riho, and Masaki all singing the major lines, and then everybody else singing backup. But we had Eri and Kanon singing alongside all of them and doing pairs up with all of them, and that was amazing to me that we finally get to hear a little bit of them, even if it's behind somebody else. They are making progress to get into that inner triangle, could be a circle, in the future. As for the dancing, I really liked the synchronized non-synchronization of the whole thing. I really enjoyed the spinning. For some reason, that was just very pretty to me. Ayumi had so much presence in this, and I just kept staring at her every time that she did a spin because she had so much energy and so much passion, and I'm really appreciative that she's finally growing into her legs in the group. I'm really loving all of the Oda pieces. We've had Kanon smiling again. This was just a winner music video, and the dance was amazing, the vocals were amazing. This is the winner of both A-sides, and I have to say, as my final thought, that my favorite dance move of this entire song was when Eri like smacked the tree that was in front of her.
I enjoy watching Aino Gundan more, because I think it's just really cute and it's really fun, but I think I actually like the first A-side better musically. Just my personal preference, something about the first A-side, just I liked it. I liked the darkness, I liked the grittiness of it, I liked the vocals of it. I'm excited to see where Morning Musume goes from here, especially, you know, now that they don't have Reina and Sayumi isn't going to last much longer. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens from this point.
So overall, Wagamama just really was not very musical to me. It was not catchy. Aino Gundan had the hontos, it had the ahs. I really loved when the girls were raising their hand like, me, it's my turn to sing too. That was just fun and cute, and it worked with the entire music video, and it made it fun for me to watch. This is the winner to me, and I am appreciative of this one. I think that we could have gone without Wagamama. However, if this ends up being a Sayumi graduation, then I will be a little more content with it. I do think on a whole that the double A-side thing has lost its novelty, and it's really not that special to me anymore, and I've kind of just lost interest in this double A-side kick. It's because I think it just makes him look desperate. It doesn't make him look like he's a relevant genius songwriter. It just makes him look like he's trying to pump out things because he doesn't have anything else to do with his life. So this week I am really curious to know how you think the Reina-less Morning Musume is doing. Do you think that they are off to a pretty good start, or do you think that they could improve? I personally think that there's always room for improvement, but I think as of right now, they sound pretty awesome.
I want to know what you think of these new songs. While I do enjoy them, they do sound very similar to everything else. They sound very similar to all the recent singles that Tsunku has released from Morning Musume, and it even sounds like he's pulling from some of his earlier hits in an attempt to
be relevant.
Keep it going. AKB 48, 47, 523 million has their, never-ending revolution of
Renai.
Of girls and catchy ditties. Tsunku, on the other hand, needs to he needs to up the ante. So I think Tsunku's in a phase of, well, I know that this kind of music is a little more popular than my Pyoko Pyoko Ultras.
And I feel like Tsunku finally found his niche, and I think he finally discovered how to use this autotune Vocaloid thing without overdoing it too much. I think it also helps that Tsunku waited months and months and months before he released this single, rather than trying to pump one single out and then another, and then another, and then another. He waited months and he released singles for Smilage, for Berries, for Cute, and for Juice Juice, and then decided to finally pump out something for Morning Musume. So I think it helped him that he waited a very long time before he did something, because it allowed him enough time that his single before didn't sound like the one that he just released, like what happened with Brainstorming, where it sounded like everything else right before it, because they were so close in line with each other.
The other advantage I think Sunko had to spacing it out was that it also gave time for everyone to kind of grieve Reina and kind of get over the fact that Reina's not in the group anymore, and it gave Reina the chance to establish Lovendor and become associated with a different act. And in that way, I feel like I was not listening to this song thinking, where's Reina though? But where could Reina have been in this song? Because there was no place for Reina in these new A-sides.
Maybe in the first one.
Maybe, but I feel like it was more the attitude of it than anything else. Just kind of like that bitchy, like, don't you bring no drama here because I will cut you. Like that was, you know, that felt Reina, but like I was happy with the lines distributed the way they were. So I think by giving the space, I think it wasn't so much of a like, I'm taking away this girl, here's some new A-sides, love them.
It wasn't a harsh transition like when I-chan left and then all of a sudden Pyoko Pyoko came out, or when Gaki left and all of a sudden we had 1, 2, 3. It was just really jagged transitions from one single to the next. I'm still suspicious about Sayumi's graduation, and I'm awaiting the announcement. I'm waiting for it.
But it's okay, because when Sayu leaves, I have a new goddess. So, when Sayu leaves, I have Mizuki.
So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys all again next week. We are going to be reviewing B-sides again next week. Hope that you get a chance to watch the B-side that we uploaded today, so check that out. There was a lot of funny content that we made for today. So we will see you guys all again next week. Peace out. Take your mouse.
What am I going to do? With my wife out tanning all the time and Roman running around with AKB. What am I going to do to occupy my time? Well, I suppose I have written 78 singles in the last week or so, but with nothing to do over and over in the Hello Project offices, I just need a hook. If I could just call Roman. Speed dial. Hello, Roman, this is Sunku. No, don't hang up on me, Roman, don't hang up on me. I know you're very busy with Akimoto-san, the one we shan't speak about here in the Hello Project offices. But, Roman, I've been horribly distraught over the last several hours that you've been gone from the Hello Project offices working on those costumes. Listen, before you hang up on me, I've gotten a lot of things done, all on my own. I've made a No Morning Musume double A-side, maybe you've heard of it? On the radio? No? On YouTube? On any, you haven't been following any of my tweets? Or my blog? No, you haven't read anything. Well, it's okay, Roman, you don't have to. Listen, I've made costumes all on my own, and I have made the music video, and I made the lyrics, and everything all on my own.
Really? Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I know. I'm very proud of myself, Roman. It's like I don't even need you here at all.
Really? Really?
I just need a hook. And I don't know what to... Roman? He hung up on me. Really? I like that. I think I'll use that. I need more of that. This could work. Thank you, Rob. Oh, you're not even in here. Thank you, Mariko's not here either. I feel very alone in these offices, and I have no reason to make a dramatic exit. So I guess I'll just stand here. Maybe Roman will come back. Okay.